शिक्षक अर्थात गुरु, जिनके बारे में संत कबीरदास कह गए हैं, गुरु गोविंद दोऊ खड़े काके लागू पाओ, बलिहारी गुरु आपके जिन गोविंद दियो बताए। गुरु की महिमा हमारी संस्कृति में इस तरह से वर्णन की गई है। आज ऐसे ही गुरुओं के सम्मान के लिए हम लोग यहाँ पे एकत्रित हुए हैं। कार्यक्रम शुरू करने के लिए मैं आज के हमारे प्रमुख अतिथि श्री शशि शेखर वेम्पति जी, हमारे निदेशक प्रोफेसर श्री केदारे, हमारे संकायाध्यक्ष शैक्षिक कार्यक्रम प्रोफेसर सुवर्ण कुलकर्णी और हमारे संकायाध्यक्ष प्रोफेसर संतोष घारपुरे को मंच पर आमंत्रित करता हूँ। हमारे निदेशक महोदय प्रोफेसर श्री केदारे को मैं ये विनती करता हूँ कि वह सारे लोगों को स्वागत करें और हमारे प्रमुख अतिथि का परिचय दें।
बस परिचय ही देना है ना, बाकी भाषण नहीं ना करना है। Yeah, so I'm very happy to welcome all of you first of all, and all on dais, especially Shashi, Shekhar, Vempati ji. So he's our alumni. It starts from that, right? That's most important maybe. He is 91 batch chemical hostel 7, 91 to 95. So 95 batch by our term at 7, and he had been in US for about 10 years, more than that, 12 years. And but then there is an interesting thing that he got back to India and was a CEO of Prasar Bharati as a officer, coming out of the cadre. And so that was one of the earlier efforts to get experts from industry and other domains into the government cadre. And under that scheme, under that approach, he came here and he was he was CEO of Prasar Bharati, which is again interesting because Doordarshan and Akashvani were different, which came together under one domain, and then there was the Prasar Bharati Act. And so he has seen that transition, rolled out many changes in that domain. So an interesting experience, also interesting experience of working in the government, seeing the change. So I think his experience is quite rich. And now, of course, he is part of AI for India as a company and a startup, and he is working in this domain for quite some time now. He is Bangalore based, and so that's off the cuff introduction because we have been interacting. He also has written a book on this, which is also interesting. So he is a blogger, very active blogger, and in the early days when blogging was very new, and he has been even referred by Times many times. So at that time, the press used to traction the bloggers. Now it's other way around. The press is irrelevant. The social media is more important. But those were the days where blogging was started, and Times used to cover a quote from blogs and refer to them. So those were the days. It looked distant, but it's just maybe 10 years. not even 15 years, but those were the days. So I'm very happy to introduce him and welcome him for the function. And that's it. Thank you.
I now request our chief guest, Mr. Shashi Shekhar Vempati, to address the audience.
Good afternoon, the respected Director, Professor Kedare, the respected Deans, former Chairman of IIT Bombay, and esteemed faculty members, students, well-wishers, hopefully some alumni as well. It's a honor, privilege, and most importantly, a very humbling experience to be standing here as an alumnus. I think though we just spent 4 years on this campus, I think the emotional bond is much deeper. It's almost like coming home every time I come back to the campus. The first such moment I had was, I think, 99. So I had passed out in 95. 96, I had joined Infosys after briefly working at Engineers India. And so just about a year after joining Infosys, I had gone abroad to the US, and then I came back. And Infosys was doing campus recruitments, and they put me in the panel for IIT Bombay. So it was kind of a very humbling experience to be back on the campus to address the graduating batch who were appearing for the Infosys test and interview. So since then, I've been on and off coming to the campus in different capacities. But this is a truly humbling experience to be here. And especially when the agenda today is awards for highly accomplished faculty members, students, people who have done a lot of research, teaching, perhaps innovation and teaching. So though I may be handing some awards, I think it's really the entire alumni network that is giving you those awards. I think I'm just a representative, just standing here in front of you. But really, I think it is the wishes of the entire alumni community, because IIT Bombay alumni, I've seen, unlike many other institutions, have a very strong bonding, both with the institute and across batches and within the batch. Just to let you know, for example, our 95 batch, we missed our silver jubilee because of COVID, and then you had to do it a couple of years later. But in the process, we all got together on WhatsApp. And then, I had about 200, 300 people on the WhatsApp group. And even though we couldn't do the Silver Jubilee reunion in person, we managed to do it on Zoom with about 200 people joining online. And since then, that WhatsApp group has become so active. We had to create another WhatsApp group saying that anybody who wants to discuss, argue, like the way we used to do in the wings, the CAC sessions, we'll have to do it in a separate WhatsApp group. We can't do it on the main WhatsApp group. So now we have 2 WhatsApp groups. And on an average, that WhatsApp group has like some 100 messages every day. It's just impossible to keep up with the conversation. So that is the kind of bonding that the alumni network has. And invariably, any news about IIT Bombay makes us feel very proud. Be it awards, be it a new center being done, be it some alumni making a grant, establishing a new center. I think every one of those news items is a matter of great pride to us. And then to be here back and connected with everyone, I think just adds to that sense of emotion. My journey has been kind of unique because I started off as a chemical engineer. And I remember in 95, when the entire batch was pretty much going to the US to do masters, I joined Engineers India at design consulting. So I land up in Delhi, and Engineers India, as you know, is a public sector. So they had 2-3 offices in Delhi. And I was assigned to the R&D center, where they had the environmental engineering department. So I show up, first day as a trainee, and they say that I have to go meet the general manager. So I go to the general manager, and then he asks, I don't know why they have sent you to me. So that was the first thing. It was not a welcome. It was like, I don't know why you're here. Right? And the reason for that was the environmental department those days at EIL was primarily civil engineers, and I was a chemical engineer. So he was like scratching his, why did they send me a chemical engineer? So that kind of was my initiation into that organization. And interestingly, those days, this was 95, 96, the only internet in India was ERNet, right? And so my entire class was in the US. They had all joined different universities. And I came to know that because the environmental department was in the R&D center, they had a ERNet access. So there was one PC running DOS, which had one email ID, common email inbox for the entire R&D center. And so I just shared it with my classmates saying, you can send me emails on this address. Now my class, as you saw with the WhatsApp group, even in those days, they started sending 40 to 50 emails every day. So the general manager comes to know that, there's a new trainee who's joined and is getting 50 emails a day. So he calls me and he asks, what is going on? I said, all my friends are sending me emails. What can I do? I mean, I have no control over it. And it's a common email box, so everybody can read all the emails with all the galis and everything. So he said, okay, so you know how to do email? I said, yes. So he said, okay, my daughter is in IIM Bangalore. I need to send her emails. Why don't you type them for me? So I was, given the task of... so that kind of started my discovery of the internet, because I was then spending like hours together setting up EIL's internet access. And then I realized I was going to be a bad chemical engineer. So then I switched to Infosys and thought I'll be a better software engineer. That journey took me to the US, of course, for a decade and a half. In around 2012, I came back from the US to India. And that was another turning point because I quit Infosys and I became part of a digital startup, also founded by another alumnus of IIT Bombay, very illustrious one, Rajesh Jain. So Rajesh and I had created what was then called Neeti Digital, which kind of became the digital platform, which played a very important role in the 2014 elections. And after that, I was asked to join the board of Prasar Bharati as a part-time member. So I went from chemical engineering to software to digital to broadcast media. So there's like 5 turns in a span of 20 years. But I think what really helped me, in fact, many people ask me that how did you make those turns? I think there's only one reason why I was able to make those turns in the career at every stage. I think it is the confidence that IIT Bombay gave. Because the IIT Bombay 4-year grilling that we all went through was so grounded, it grounded us so much that you could face anything in life. I mean, it kind of created that degree of confidence to explore the unknown. So we're not afraid of exploring the unknown. Because I mean, coming from IT and digital to a legacy media organization, which had seen no transformation, no change, very steeped in the government system, to me it was like, literally taking a plunge into the ocean, right? I had no idea what to expect, how to deal with, and being outside from the government system, just to handle all the spaghetti of rules and all the complexities, it was completely unknown territory. And I don't think any of that would have been possible, without this IIT Bombay experience. And I think to me, that is the single most formative training that I would have had in my entire life, because that then set the tone for everything else that happened over the decades. So in that sense, I think today's event, I'm very thankful to Professor Kedare for this opportunity, because it's in a way giving back to the institute. When the event was introduced, it was put in the context of Guru. I think in a way, I think today is Guru Dakshina moment for me. So thanks again for inviting, and thanks for being with all of you. I think it is a great tribute from all of us, from the alumni community, for the excellence in teaching, what you have done to shape careers, because an entire generation is going to build India. And this moment is perhaps the ideal moment, right? With thanks to geopolitics, thanks to what's happening around the world, a great moment for us to build technology in India, for us to build great institutions in India, and for India to take a leadership pole position globally. Perhaps the best opportunity to attract talent back to India, Perhaps some of them will come back as faculty, some as researchers, some to set up startups. But I think IIT Bombay will play a very crucial role as a magnet which pulls all of this talent back to India and emerge as the premier institute for the kind of technology vision that the Prime Minister has laid out for 2047, by when we hope to have a developed India, Viksit Bharat, as he calls it. So once again, I think my best wishes and compliments to all the award winners, and thank you for having me today.
Thank you, sir. I now request our director to felicitate the chief guest.
Okay, so let's go ahead. I thank Vempati ji to give this opening, and maybe I'll now talk about the awards briefly. There are I think 2 awards, right? The teaching awards and student awards. So teaching awards are of course we know excellent teaching awards, and today is Teachers Day, so we know there have been routine, and but we have a process, and recently we modified the process, especially the formulae we modified, and this is the first time that we are rolling out the excellence in teaching awards in a new criteria. But these criteria are not much different. They are basically accommodating different class sizes and various things, and Prasar BP Puranik headed that committee, and they formed it. So this is the first time that we are rolling out excellent teaching awards through this criteria. So now, of course, it is much more easier. Committee has practically no subjective role. It's just that all the technical things are clearly seen and looked into, is the only concern that the committee has to do. So it's not at all subjective. It's all depends on the student feedback. That's the main thing, that we have to select the excellent teacher. That is one thing. And then students award used to be offered in Education Day for some 1 or 2 years, but they are more relevant here. And Education Day is also in same period, so that's also not convenient. So the education awards are the student awards are basically first, second, third toppers of all the branches of all the years except 4th year. Right, 4th year are given in convocation. So that's a brief introduction to the awards, and maybe I'll brief something about the work that we are doing for the benefit of the chief guest as well as us. Of course, as I was discussing just some time back over tea with the awardees, so what's the main thing that maybe makes you an excellent teacher? And one clear response was that it's a dialogue with the student, right? And this is one major thing. So I will say that actually a student makes teacher a teacher. So that's the in thing. In Bandra, there is one statue that child makes mother a mother, right? So similarly, a student makes teacher a teacher. And then good students make an excellent teacher. And that good student for me is a notorious student. So I say a notorious student makes teacher an excellent teacher. So I don't know, but that's by the way. But yeah, student to be brought in the focus is the main effort that we now need to do, and that's what we are trying since last year. We have rolled out this activity called TLA, Teaching, Learning and Assessment. We have started going from teaching to learning. Assessment is not yet that geared up, but yes, this year. So last year what we did is our committee, Professor Viren Singh, Professor Vikram Gadre and Professor Avinash Mahajani. I'll just give a brief on that because all of us may not know. They visited about 10 to 12 departments, had discussions with departments, identified the issues, identified the enthusiasm, approach, and at the end of it, about 60 faculty came ahead saying that we will offer our course in an activity mode, in a different mode, which of course many of us used to do anyway, but not all and not as a process. The other part of it is, therefore, we also restructured the infrastructure in some of the classrooms, LT classrooms. These are of basically 50-60 seaters, so that again students becomes at the center, in the sense that students can rearrange, talk to each other also during the class. We want to have the black boards around so that they can get up and write. So this we did. Now we are seeing how it is being used, what are the problems. So now onwards, our PPCCLT, Parimal and Pramod Chaudhary Center for Learning and Teaching, which is there for about 5-6 years now, we are trying how this can be a nodal point for this teaching and learning. So at this point, I may mention that when I go around, I visited about 6-7 universities in US, about 2-3 universities in Japan, a university in Taiwan, and the focus was how do you do this teaching and learning. And everywhere I found that the teacher first has to go through pedagogy. So first year, for example, in Washington University, first year the new joinee as a faculty is not given any assignment, but he is supposed to go through pedagogy course, supposed to attend other senior faculty's courses and learn about teaching. So we haven't done it like that as yet, and if everybody wants, we can do this. Of course, we have been running a few days courses for faculty which are not exactly popular. So PPCCLT does offer workshops on this, but they are not sought after by the faculty much. So maybe this thing will be required soon. But before rolling out these 60 courses in activity mode, we conducted 2-3 workshops of faculty, those who had opted for it. Then we conducted the workshop, discussed how are we going to roll out. We also offered them that TAs can be allotted to you during summer so that you can design your course. So this is something that PPSCCLT should do, and that's what we are now trying. So all this support can be provided to the teachers. Infrastructural changes can happen, but let's see how it is. And I'm saying that typically we offer about 1,000+ courses. In last year, first sem, we offered 1,043 courses and 87 half semester. The second semester last year, 1,033 courses and 54 half semester. And the third sem, that is summer, 142 courses and 11 half semester. So it's almost 2,100 courses that we offer every year. This semester we are offering 1,078 courses and 101 half semester courses. So this is the extent that we are doing. 756 faculty are doing this. So how we can offer all courses in this mode from 60, and how we can infect 756 faculty from this 60. So we have how much? 594 to go. 60 wickets are down, 594 wickets to go. So we have to do a long task of bringing students at the focus. So this is one important thing. So what we are thinking is PPCCLT will roll courses in pedagogy, how to engage students, how to teach, what is understanding, what is teaching, all that things can help in designing the curriculum delivery modes, maybe games, activities. Then how do you assess beyond exams? That's another thing we now need to address. We haven't yet started, but maybe you can associate with PPCCLT, and Professor Arun is of mechanical is going to take over as PPCCLT, as we already declared. And we'll also have a committee, group of 7, 8, 9 faculty associated with it, so that this can be organized. We also need to reform the infrastructures for larger classes. 50, 60 seater is okay, but the larger classes, and there are two major verticals, or rather horizontals, that we need to bring in all the departments, is AI and sustainability. So should we have these classes also in a different mode? So this is the situation as far as teaching is concerned in our institute. But one more thing is our method of assessment based on student feedback is only one-sided, whatever it is, because this is also has a positive and negative thing. And if I want to excite students to learn, it's a different ball game. If I want to get more marks as a good evaluation from student, it's a different ball game, right? So how do we do this? So maybe we can have a assessment by an external panel of the course. So so you can offer that, okay, I am now open for, say, innovation in teaching award. What about that? Right? Not excellent teaching, but innovation in teaching award, and I can offer that my course is open for evaluation for innovation in teaching award. And then we can, PPCCLT, for example, can send experts at certain frequency to sit in the class. Maybe part of the class is recorded, interact with students, interact with faculty, and decide which is the best course for which can compete for innovation in teaching award. So this is something different, maybe, I don't know. And of course, this teaching and excellence award remains, but this is something that maybe PPCCLT can do it. If Arun is there, or if he's not there, I can tell him anyway. But so this is something that's in mind. Okay, he is from the government sector, so I may mention just 2 minutes. Today is the 200th birthday of Dadabhai Nauroji. Dadabhai Nauroji is a very interesting personality, very early one who thought about the country as such. He was almost the first or second graduate from India from Elphinstone College. He did BA and then was a professor, and he became a professor at a very early age. And he started doing business, trading in cotton and other things, and established. But then he studied the outflow of money from India to UK. And he documented that, see, so much of money flows out. And this was, so he is called the initiator of economic nationalism. So Arthik Rashtravad. So the whole thought of that started, and then Swadeshi and all came later. But the fact that the UK and that Raj, right, British Raj system is exploiting Indian economy was documented by him. And he also fought for Indians to be part of IS. Okay, now he has seen a different thing, right? The people outside IS should come into IS. system, but he fought for Indians to be incorporated in ICS, Indian Civil Service at that time. So interesting things. I just thought that I should mention it, the history, because it's a 200th birthday is very rare, right? And it's today. So thank you, and I congratulate all the awardees of excellent, all excellent teachers. And when I was discussing, they are not ready to accept that they are excellent teachers, and they are doubtful about themselves. So I don't know why I am, but yes, maybe that is part of being an excellent teacher, that you don't know that you are excellent teacher. And also congratulations to all the teachers, all the students who learned well. I don't know whether they were taught well, but they learned well and excelled. And so congratulations to all the students also. So thank you. And let's now go out for the further proceedings, award distribution and other things.
Now we will proceed to the presentation of Professor S.P. Sukhatme Excellence in Teaching Awards. I invite Professor Santosh Gharpure to introduce the awards.
Thank you. Good afternoon to one and all. It's a particular pleasure for me to introduce Professor S.P. Sukhatme Excellence in Teaching Award. But before I get into that, let me introduce Professor Sukhatme for the benefit of the younger students. When I say this, I am personally, thrilled because he was the director when I was a student here, when we were a student here. And I'm also happy that I am speaking after an alumnus who is my hostel mate in one way, which I realized when you introduced him, right? So it's a very humbling feeling that you get to introduce a teacher, a director of an institute where you studied, and then come back and then also introduce awardees as we go further. So let me begin by wishing you all happy Teachers Day in advance. We had to advance this particular program and use this opportunity to thank all the teachers who are doing their duty in imparting knowledge to the next generation. That is what our role is. About Professor Sukhatme, he is, like I mentioned, one of our former directors and a well-known scientist in our country. He graduated in engineering way back in 1958 from BHU, and after finishing graduation he moved to MIT in US, like what was the tradition subsequently as well for several years. He came back though. He came back in 1965 and joined IIT Bombay as assistant professor. He moved through the ranks very quickly, became professor in 1970, head of the department in 1973, deputy director in 1975. And he became director in 1995 and continued till he retired, superannuated at that point. Currently, he is also a professor emeritus of our institution. He worked as a chairman of Atomic Energy Regulatory Board of Government of India from 2000 till 2005. Obviously, a distinguished personality like him is recipient of several awards. I won't go through the entire list, but most prominent ones being in 1983, he received Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Prize for Science and Technology from CSIR. In 2001, he received a Lifetime Achievement Award from IIT Bombay, and coincidentally, that he was the first recipient of this award. And subsequently, in same year, 2001, he also was awarded Padma Shri by our government of India, basically. Coming to the Professor S.P. Sukhatme Excellence in Teaching Award, it's a recognition to acknowledge and celebrate the accomplishments and contributions of our colleagues in teaching. This award aims to motivate and reward our colleagues for their outstanding efforts in teaching. Professor S.P. Sukhatme Excellence in Teaching Award is awarded to 15 faculty members every year across our institute. And these teaching awards are purely, like what our director mentioned, are based on student feedback over a period of last 10 years. The citation of the award reads as follows. Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay confers the Professor S.P. Sukhatme Award for Excellence in Teaching on the name of the person and in recognition of his or her significant contributions to the teaching activities of the institute and signed by our director. So let me begin calling out awardees for this year 2025. The first awardee of the SP Sukhatme Excellence in Teaching Award this year is Professor Ashish Singh from SJM SOM. He is not here, so I request Professor SVD Nageshwara, who is head of the department, to come to the dais to receive the award on behalf of Professor Singh. I request Chief Guest to present the award to Professor Rao. Thank you, Professor Rao. The second awardee of the SP Sukhatme Excellence in Teaching Award this year is Professor Anindya Datta from Department of Chemistry. I request Professor Anindya Datta to come to the dais. I request Chief Guest to present the award to Professor Anindya Datta. Thank you, Professor Datta. The next awardee of SP Sukhatme Excellence in Teaching Award this year is Professor Anirban Banerjee from Department of Bioscience and Bioengineering. He is not around. So I request Professor Kiran Kondabagil to receive award on his behalf. Thank you, Professor Kiran. The next awardee is Professor Anant Narayan Hariharan from the Department of Mathematics. I request Professor Hariharan to come to the dais. Thank you, Professor Hariharan. The next awardee is Professor Aniruddha Sinha from Department of Aerospace Engineering. Thank you, Professor Sinha. The next awardee of the SP Sukhatme Excellence in Teaching Award is Professor Arindam Chaudhary. I request Professor Ruchi Anand to receive award on his behalf. Thank you, Professor Anand. The next awardee is Professor Girish Darvi from IDC School of Design. I request Professor Darvi to please come to the dais. Thank you, Professor Dalvi. The next awardee is Professor Jayakrishnan Nair from Department of Electrical Engineering. Thank you, Professor Nair. The next awardee for SP Sukhatme Excellence in Teaching Award is Professor Prabhakar Naraga from Department of Earth Sciences. Thank you, Professor Prabhakar. The next awardee for the SP Sukhatme Excellence in Teaching Award is Professor Venkatesh Rajamanikam from IDC School of Design. Thank you, Professor Venkatesh. The next awardee is Professor Ambarish Kumar from Department of Biosciences and Bioengineering. Thank you, Professor Amrish. The next awardee is Professor Titus Dasgupta from Department of Metallurgical Engineering and Material Science. I request Professor Dasgupta to come to dais, please. Thank you, Professor Dasgupta. The next awardee is Professor Harish Fuleria from the Department of Environmental Science and Engineering. Thank you, Professor Fuleria. The next awardee is Professor Prasanjit Bhaumik from Department of Biosciences and Bioengineering. Thank you, Professor Bhaumik. Last not the least, the last award for the SP Sukhatme Excellence in Teaching Award for 2025 is Professor Argadeep Laskar from Department of Civil Engineering. Thank you, Professor Laskar, and I congratulate all the awardees once again and hand it over back to the MC. Thank you.
Now we will proceed with the presentation of Institute Academic Prizes to the students, and I request Professor Suvarna Kulkarni, Dean of Academic Affairs, to introduce the awards. Professor Suvarna Kulkarni.
So it's a great joy for me to introduce today's winners of the academic prizes. As our director already mentioned that there is great effort on the institute side to bring the students at the center. And he nicely told that what is responsible for excellent teacher, right? For a good student makes excellent teacher. And all of my colleagues will agree with me that you remember your first few lectures when you were here at IIT Bombay. I found it very intimidating myself, because these excellent students, when you go there, you teach chemistry, they will ask you questions on physics. You teach them physics, they will ask you the questions in math. And that's what make you better and better every day and in the pursuit of excellence. So today we are going to, honor some of these excellent students who have achieved academic excellence. And we have this long tradition of honoring the students, right? But 4 years ago, it was felt that we should also have a program, and in a ceremonious manner, we should hand over the certificates. Earlier, we used to just deposit the prize money to their respective bank accounts. Then we started doing it on Teachers' Day, and last year only it was on National Education Day. And once again, it is back to the Teachers' Day, and it is very fitting, as Professor Kedare mentioned, that because the teacher and the student both are required to make a great classroom experience. And there's a famous quote like, when one teaches, two learn, right? So in this program, due to time constraint, only first ranker students will be honored with the certificate. However, we truly acknowledge the academic excellence and achievements of other rankers as well. And the award list is also published in convocation brochure and campus diary of the institute. And there are certain rules and regulations, but in the interest of time, I will not go through it. These are the Senate approved rules. So I will straight away go to the list of the students and call them on stage to receive their awards. Khushi Agarwal. So these awards are not in any particular order, they're batch wise. Arav Gupta. Arush Bhatt. Rohan Ram Prakash Shukla. Rhythm Kedia. Rohan Ram Prakash Shukla. Rhythm Kedia. Rajdeep Mishra. So these were UG students from 24 batch. Now I'll commence 23rd batch. Ayush Tayal. Bhadrecha Ritika Mohan. Puranjay Bansal. आदि सुकेतु भारतीय, अनुज यादव, आगम शीतल कुमार कासलीवाल, आगम कासलीवाल, वरुण राजेश इनामदार, अद्वैत सुबोध काणे, प्रांजल पटेल, अरुष नारायण श्रीवास्तव, प्रिंस कुमार, now I'll call upon stage students from 22 batch. Varun Ram Narayan, Chaitanya Keshri, Chaitanya Keshri, Chaitanya Keshri, कादंबरी उमेश भिड़े, आदित्य प्रवीण परसेकर, आदित्य प्रवीण परसेकर, आदिश्री श्रीवास्तवा, पार्थ सोनोने, ऋषभ राज प्रकाश, पीयूष किरण बाबर, तेजस शर्मा, विशाल बिसानी, निमय उपेन शाह, सारांश अगरकर, क्षितिज बहादुरपुरकर, निवेदिता नायर, सर्वदा शैलेश अंधारे, सुकेतु दत्ता, प्रांजल देशमुख, Now I will call upon stage batch 21, Samarth Dhanuka. सावलिया अभिषेक जगदीश कुमार, प्रियदर्शिनी कामत, ध्रुवी पूर्वेश जोशी, तुषार झमतानी, सेक्सरिया सौरीश देवी प्रकाश, we will begin with PG students. Lalchand Gorai, Anirban Das, अभिषेक राव कोपुरुटू, सौम्या दास, मयंक कुमार, अलंकार रॉय, हामिद अब्दुल रऊफ, ईशान विद्याधर सिनाई काकोडकर, बुरहानुद्दीन हुसैन, डी भरत कुमार, अय्यागारी सथ्या साई श्रीकर, रीतम दास, स्वप्निल मिलिंद परांजपे, साई वंशी गंगाधर मजूरी, सरवर ई अब्बास, आदित्य, भालशंकर प्राणिल प्रदीप, योगेश शर्मा सेदाई, अश्वथी बालकृष्णन के, मुपार्थी वेंकटा सुब्रमण्य श्री हर्षा, Anurag Murthy, Thumandra Naga Anjali, Prithvi Naresh Rathod, Arindam Kishore Datta, and the last award for the evening, Suraj Mishra. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Kulkarni. Now I request Dr. Sharat Kumar Saraf to come on the dais and request our director to present him a photo album. I request Dr. Saraf to address the audience.
Mr. Vempati, our chief guest, Director Professor Shri Kedare, Professor Gharpure, Professor Swarna Kulkarni, and friends. It gives me a great pleasure to stand before you. I am feeling very proud that I am so far the only alumni to head his own alma mater from where he graduated. I am from the batch of 64 to 69, one of the few 5-year batches that we had. I passed out at a time when a lot of you were not even born. Sir, I had the pleasure of working with 3 directors, Professor Devang Kakkad, Professor Subhashish Chaudhary, and now you. During the course of my tenure, I did gather a lot of very interesting knowledge, interesting experiences, and above all, I felt that this was a time when I could give back something to the institute that have shaped my career and helped me in developing our business and the life in general. I am very grateful to the teachers who taught, particularly Professor Sukhatme. Sir, I must mention here that we have great relationship with Professor Sukhatme. He taught my brother as a professor in mechanical engineering, and he gave me one of the first Distinguished Alumni Award way back in 1999. So I cherish that memory of Professor Sukhatme very much. Sir, this great institute still has miles to go. I am with you. Whenever required, you will not find me wanting. I must also inform our friends present here that I was the founder of IIT Bombay Alumni Association, which operated from my office in the first 3 years from 82 to 85. And then subsequently we structured it, and I had one of my batchmates, Shailesh Gandhi, becoming the first chairman of IIT BAA. And now it is one of the most respected and best structured alumni association. I am very happy that our institute treats our alumni as very useful stakeholders, useful resource, and our alumni are always available to rise to the occasion, sir. We have recently completed Project Evergreen, which the whole world is watching, and I request you, Shashi, to have a look at the Project Evergreen before you go. So with these few words, I thank you very much for all your cooperation and support extended to me during my tenure. I also congratulate and compliment all the faculty for winning the award. In fact, it must have been really very difficult to select the faculty for the award, because each of our faculty member deserves equal recognition, but there was only so many that you could pick up. I also congratulate the students, and I can say the same to the students. We have brilliant students in this campus, and we are well known for the kind of students that we bring out. You have very rightly said that the bright students are the ones who create outstanding professors, and this is true more in IIT Bombay than anywhere else. So thank you, friends. Thank you very much. I'll still be around, so you'll still see me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I am here to express sincere thanks to all and one who have been helpful in making this program a successful program. Thank you very much. Thank you all. I now request the faculty awardees to come on the stage for a group photograph. Others may please proceed to the foyer for refreshments.
Those who want.
Also, students, please wait. We'll also would like to have one picture with all of you. We'll try to accommodate 92 students. This side, right? Yeah. So this side. We'll have to take it this side.